Hello and welcome to another presentation from easyLog. This video is about our Care Logger software, which runs as an app on Android-based tablet PCs. This provides an alternative interface primarily for carers to use around the care home and also can be used externally, as it's also supported on mobile phones as well. In addition, it can be used on tablets away from the home in offline mode, meaning that you can collect data, for example, on pre-assessments on potential residents, and also collect data on day trips being run for residents while you're out and about. When it's then returned to the care home and synchronized with the wireless system there, it will then automatically transfer that data to the main database. Of course, when it's operating in the care home wirelessly, then the upload from the main database and the download from the tablet PC are done automatically, and therefore guarantees that all information is online and up to date at all times. So, why develop an interface and running on a tablet PC? Well, for us, that question is very simply answered. We've always found that care is never provided in front of a computer. It's conducted in a variety of locations around the home and also outside, as I've already mentioned. A tablet PC therefore allows you the mobility to carry it around if required, but also what we tend to find now is that these are sited in strategic locations around the home, basically wall mounted, so the carer is always available at a care station. They can then enter the details and review information as they require. It also provides a very easy to use interface for the care staff. We've always appreciated there's still a large generation of carers in the marketplace that are still unfamiliar with the use of PC, perhaps uncertain about using software, and therefore providing an interface that is very, very similar to using a mobile phone is a key requirement for them. In addition, something like, we estimate 85 to 90% of what a carer actually records is based around their shift or daily notes. Again, this can be done very simply on a tablet PC, as I'll be showing you in a moment during this presentation. Okay, so let's have a look at the software. I simply click on the icon here, and then we're presented with this screen. One of the nice functions that's associated with the use of the tablet PC is this ability to get relatives or friends to record their comings and goings into the care home. So a tablet PC could be mounted in near the reception area, and relatives asked to enter their details as they come and in and leave the home. So let's click on that and show you what's involved. So we're then presented with this screen here. The relative simply selects themselves from the drop-down list. So we'll say we're Goofy here. Enters a password, and then records whether they're arriving or leaving. So I click on Arrive, and then we're presented with a list of photos and names of the staff that are currently on duty, which is obviously quite a nice touch as a welcome and introduction into the care home, and clearly helps relatives put a name to a face. And then when we click on OK to that, they'll be moved back onto the main screen. So let's now log in as a carer and begin to use the software from their perspective. Now, again, they're presented with a drop-down list, and clearly each carer within the home should be identified by their own individual name and be given a password. I haven't actually set one up for this particular carer, so we'll just click on OK to move through into the main screen. What we're then presented with is a list of buttons which we will then simply touch. So let's go and look at the service users records in order to access the information and record any care that we are providing. So the first thing that happens is we're presented with the last current resident here. So we're given a photo to confirm who they are, and obviously we could go off and look at other residents if we so wish by selecting simply from this drop down list. We'll stay with Minnie Mouse. So the screen has got various options on it down here, but also presents us with some high-level information about the resident and their key conditions. We can also then see information about their room, their date of birth and age, who their GP is, and also their next of kin and relatives and friends. So in terms of their name and address, phone number, contact details, and when they can be contacted, which is obviously very useful. As you see here, office hours only for this particular person. And then finally at the bottom here, which area they're in within the care home, their resident type, and also their resuscitation wishes. So what we can also do from here is we can now look at medication records, and we're presented again with a drop-down list so we can view that information. So there's only two here. And what we can see is when that medication started from, it's administered by the staff, and also its frequency, dosage, route, etc. And it's taken at tea time. All that information is obviously very clearly presented. If we go back, we'll go back to this main menu, and let's take a look at perhaps what a carer will be mainly involved with, which is viewing care plans so they can see how the resident should be looked after and completing their daily notes or evaluations. So let's click on that and then take us through to that relevant screen. So what it's defaulted to is the hearing communication care plan, and I can see there's a care plan here because this button is presented to me in green. So if I click on that, I'll see the details of the care plan, and here they are. So we can see the need, we can see the desired or carer outcomes we wish to achieve, and also the care interventions that we want to progress as well. From there I can then simply move back. What we'll do now is we'll take a look at a daily note and show you how easy it is for a carer to complete one of their daily or shift notes. So again, I would simply use my finger on the case of a tablet to scroll down the list, and let's have a look at the 8 to 2 shift care notes. And here we're presented with those. So the notes are presented as a list of prompts, and then if I, for example, then click on skin integrity, what happens is the carer is presented with some drop-down options. Now each of these items on the screen, as you can see, both the prompts and the drop-downs are definable by yourself. So they can be changed, they can be reconfigured by you very easily to fit with the care recording requirements that you have in your particular care home or environment. So here with skin integrity we have various 4 options. Now 2 of these have got an asterisk against them. That means that there's an alarm condition has been defined against these 2 items if the carer should record them. By an alarm condition it means they're brought to the immediate attention of the seniors or the matron or the nursing staff that are based at the home. That's done both within the software on the tablet, and also is brought to their attention in what we call the shift handover report as well, which, as its name suggests, is a document that's run between the 2 shifts. So let's say that existing pressure areas are intact. So I click on that button there, and then we see that it tells us what we've recorded and also changes it to red so we know we've actually covered that item. So let's then look at incontinence pads, and again 4 options are presented here. Let's say they were changed by the carer. Again, simply click on that and it's been recorded. Let's say perhaps we supplied some creams, so we click on that, say we applied them, and again that appears before us. So we now perhaps would wish to save that with comments. The reason for that is it presents, perhaps in the way that you might record your shift notes now, a box that allows us to type some extra text in there to give some sort of comments about the day. So we might say something like that, and say done to that. Okay, that will then take us back to the notes, and from there if we go back again by clicking on that, then we'll go back to the main record and where we started. So that completes this video presentation. There is a further video about other functionality within our tablet application, and you'll find that on our website as well. But in the meantime, thank you very much for listening. If you want any further information, please call us, email us, or use the website to look up further details. And thank you very much for listening to this. Goodbye.